So here's what I'm doing. So I'm going through the process of just looking at each photo, right? So as I'm analyzing each photo, I'm just looking for the things that are gonna catch my eye, right? So if I click this red pen, I'm just seeing. Okay, one thing is I'm understanding the proportions of this jacket. Same thing with the shorts, proportion jacket. So I'm really looking at these things that are like really catching my eyes. And like even like these, you see the pants. It's all about the main thing that you're trying to achieve is I just really want to learn, okay, what's doing it for culture right now? What's the main idea that people are like gravitating towards when I'm like looking at these things? Like even these jeans, they're leather. I mean they're by 424. But like even understanding this right here, it's like baggy fit, right? I'm looking at the baggy fit. I'm looking at the stretch jeans. I'm looking at, okay, how can fuck these brands think about it? Okay, so what can we do? Can we pull from this? Okay, do we want to do a leather jeans that have some distressing that are cargo pants? So we're transitioning a lot of these ideas between the two. Or what about fur pants? Can we connect it to here? Can we, or does it come down to, are we connecting with the idea of styling now, right? Do we have a fur belt? So there's all these different ideas that you go through, and I think that's like the funnest part about designing, where you just kind of just constantly look at all these things and you're like, okay, you see there's Ricks, right? You see there's Tim's. Nowadays, everything has to do with incorporation, whether it's Rick Owens or whether it's Tim's. Like the incorporation between the two, that's where like when you see, oh shit, part of my language, but if I see fuck these brands and you're walking down the street, I want people to be able to be like, oh, they're wearing the Star label, right? That's the concept. Like, oh, they're wearing fuck these brands Star label. I've seen that before. That's the concept. So when you see the Star label, those things are attached to the same fact of they can be wearing boots, they can be wearing Ricks. Can they wear an oversized jacket with this Star label fuck these brands hoodie? That's the whole purpose. The whole purpose is, can we narrate the imagery on the individual? And I think nowadays when we start to look at, when you look at all these photos, you see people, you're seeing what's happening in culture, what's happening in the fashion world. There's no slight of the that there's a lot of fur going on. There's a lot of leather going on. There's a lot of oversized. There's a lot of proportions. There's a lot of short shorts, skinny fitting. There's a lot of things that are happening right now where as you go through and you start to look at what's happening, you know, that's why I love Pinterest. So basically, the process that I really want to take you through is just like find those things, right? You want to find the things that are actually appealing. Like in this one, um, like for me that catches my eye is that book. So what does that book play role? Like what does that book play? What is that a fuck these brands book? How do we bring that? So it's like I'm looking for these small subtle things. I love the shoes too. The shoes are something that actually is like that sets it apart. I actually love this entire outfit, but now we're just playing with how do we cast that into what we're trying to do. And I think that's the most important part of everything that we're trying to do, where when you see this Supreme hoodie and it has fur, right? Selling point catches your eye. Selling point. I know I'm talking a lot about like the concept of taking one design further to another, because all we're doing right now is within this star label, all we're doing is trying to attach the ability to for people to say, okay, that's a fuck these brands piece. But you can associate it from they're either wearing the superstar label or they're wearing the star label. A lot of the people that are wearing our star label are going to be high school students, teenagers, the cool kids, the popular kids. These are the people that are going to influence, right? When we have influencers, these are the people that we're influencing. Like, we're going after the influencers to wear the star label, but having the influencers be inspired by the superstars. Who are the superstars? The superstars are the A list, the B list celebrities, the C list celebrities, and that attributes to their styling and connecting with their stylists. So we're getting a ladder of how many people are actually being introduced into fuck these brands, and we're just building it out. Whereas like the influencers want to be superstars, so but they see the superstars wearing fuck these brands, the superstar label, and then they, oh well, I think I can narrate this piece where this is a star label piece, and I think I can do what I usually do. That's why we're attacking the influencers for the star label, because those influencers are going to influence the high schoolers and the youth. So it's like it's a trickle down effect, and this is why this is the best playbook. But overall, when you know why I wanted you to get these pictures is to just find, right. This time, like, the assignment for you is, can you go, and I just want you to just look at every photo, right? As I'm looking at every photo, zooming in, okay, I see this banana warp suit, and okay, what can I do? Have I ever seen an orange suit? When I mean an orange, I'm talking about like a physical orange, right? What's the concept and the composition of that orange that can make this a new, like, an orange uh waterproof hoodie, right? So it's just playing with this concept. Even with this, it's like you see the lips and you see the song, like, this is super easy to do. And I think when you start saying, okay, I'm kind of seeing, right, we got to do something that's going to be Pinterestable. That's the star label. Be Pinterestable. I don't even know if that's a real word, but that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming to influence masses with just doing new shit. And but as you're going through it, just pick out the things. Pick out those things. I want you to pick them out, circle them, but I also want you to just make a spreadsheet, right? Spreadsheet, put the picture there, and just describe, okay, I think this is good, right? I want you to go through and really just first glimpse through, just go through and just start thinking about, oh, I really like this piece because of this. Because the next portion of what we're trying to do is going to be in a sense of designing. I know we spoke about this earlier, but I really want you to be able to design to the, like, not even in my eyes, right? I think when I think about fuck these brands, and I think about you being an intern and what are you capable of. I know you're good at Clo 3D. I really want to tap you into, you know, can we mock up some designs? I'm gonna send you some designs. Can we mock those up? Because that's a skill, that's a talent you have, right? And then also, you really like design. So I also want to see your point of view of design. I know the entirety of what we're trying to do with this new label is just striving for attention. And can we be Pinterestable? And can we get our product on these influencers to now narrate that dialogue between the youth? So yeah, so just go through all these things. I really love the fact that it's like everything that you did pick here is, this is what the fuck these brands, like, the essence of what we're trying to do. So just go through all of them and try to pick out, circle things, and then as you circle things, and when we have conversations, and you send me those documents or the things that really, like, even this, like, this is opium look, right? This is what fashion is right now, and it's like, what does that look like for Fuck These Brands? How do we take it the extra mile to insert ourselves? Because if we're interjecting, right? If we're having great product market fit, Fuck These Brands having great product market fit, okay, what does that tell us about what we're doing? It tells us that we're actually understanding culture, we're actually understanding the fashion industry, and we're just doing the things that's necessary. I think that the key benefit from all of this, like all the work that you're doing, all the designs and the concepts and research and everything, comes down to the fact that we're gaining an opportunity to have the best product market fit with the fastest running, right? That's how I kind of look at it. I'm gonna send you a video, and I'm gonna go deep diving into how you actually, you know, have these conversations with manufacturers, because I know I have you in a group chat, but we're not even the it's not fully there, and I really want to break that down for you. But yeah, as you're going through this, just look at the pieces, like pockets. Look at these pockets, right? And you think about, like, the wristband, and just like this, the styling, and now we're looking at the pairing of, Jaden and his pants, wearing sets or stuff. Even like just to compare it to this, it's like that's an awesome, like, concept. I even love the structure of these jeans too. But that's what I'm, like, even this we were working. I was even thinking about this. Hold on, can we? Yeah. So it's like, how do we get these products onto, i.e., Lewis Hamilton, right? Like, these are people that we're trying to achieve with our superstar level, where it's like, you don't see Fuck These Brands all over the place, but you just see that it's exclusive, right? And you having these celebrities wear these things, but keep going, right? Just go through all of them, and not all of them, but like, I really want your takes. Your takes are the most important things, because as I get that feedback, I now start to see, okay, like, this is a crazy hat. So if you're like, oh, like, I think, right, I've never seen fur spiked earrings before. Maybe we should try it. What does that look like? How do we progress that into a Fuck These Brands accessory? Oh, I've never seen his fur spiked glasses before. Oh, that's something new. So it's like, these are the concepts that I really want you to achieve, where it's like, okay, I've never seen a Fuck These Brands puffer, but what if we made um some Dark Shadow Ricks, puffer Ricks, for fun? Like, it's getting to the point where you're like, okay, how do we transition? Here's the best thing about, I'll put it like this. Here's the best thing about the design process. And I'm nowhere near exactly how I think about design, but this is kind of like the flow and these principles that I'm going through. So when I look at this entire thing, right? How I believe Fuck These Brands designs, how I design, is I would go ahead and, like, it's all about collaboration. Like, there's so many folks, like, okay, take her for instance, right? Her styling, this styling is super hard. Okay, so I love the fact that it's a sweater under here. Okay, so I'm gonna take that. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Let me go back. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, right, and I'm gonna take the fact that her styling, this entire thing. Okay, we're gonna pull this and we're gonna go up to the top. Okay, let's see. Let's say we can take this belt and this bag, right? Now we can take this this fur jacket. All right. So what does it look like to have a fur jacket with this cross body belt with now a fur bag? So like that's the concept of like what I'm trying to do. Like I'm just trying to piece these things because here's the thing about fashion. Fashion is ever growing and we just it doesn't matter what we do. It matters because the intention behind what we're doing is to make sure that the products are being worn and being sought after by the youth. Like that's it. Like I really want people to just be like, "Damn, do you have that fuck these brands piece?" I didn't get it because they sold out and so quick. Um, but yeah, that's the whole point of my design process is. Of course, it gets deeper once I start actually showing you the process, showing you the sketches, but I'm just constantly trying to pull that thread through each oh, I remember this hat, right? And I love the fact that he has a Mona Lisa tie on. Okay, so what if we collaborated with the two? What does Mona Lisa's face look like on these, right? Right, that's the concept of being a fuck these brands star label. It's like we're thinking in the essence of like how do we transform the new I'm repeating myself, but honestly, I'm gonna keep going down and I'm gonna just like converse, have the conversation. What's so cool about fur boots and baggy pants, right? What's the idea behind having imagery from significant things in the world? Like this is Bali, the movie, and it's from a scene. Like why, like the cultural significance of that? It's like okay, what would fuck these brands do? Okay, what are significant cultural significant movies? The Matrix. Fuck these brands would do a Matrix, somewhat same concept. So it's like having the same brand. I want to style something like this in the future, or like something like this, um, or just want to do something different. But I know like even like this is super fire to me. This is a cool item. So it's like getting, playing off of these same motifs. Um, Even like this, like getting to the point where our star label looks like this, attainable, limited quantities. Well, technically that would be part of our superstar because we're doing our superstar more thought out, more technical in that aspect. But there's a lot to go into it, and even this, like this is such an easy way of styling. Um, I know this is a long video, but uh, since you made it this far, it's like the concept is: can we get to here? Can we improve the styling? Can we shock the world with our styling? But not only that, are we shocking the world with our pieces? Are we putting in a system? Because here's another way of think about it, right? Star label. Fuck these brands. The main concept that we are just doing is we're gonna run fast. We're gonna create fast. We're gonna design fast. We're gonna see what people are doing. We're gonna copy exactly what they're doing. And they won't be able to keep up because we are already 600 steps ahead. That's the easiest way to think about it. So, the concept of just seeing all these things is just like, okay, this is something. And I really like this because everything in this PDF just says it screams out, you know, fuck these brands. Fuck these brands. Like, it just screams out, this is what fuck these brands are. This is what we do. Like, even the scenery. Like, this is my favorite page. You know, like seeing this and seeing this, and because I had ideas like this before, and like these things are just super. And when you look at this, it's easy because a lot of people do that, but like, and that's another thing about scenery and post pictures, and there's so much to play with, where I know we're gonna win, and the more and more we do, and the more and more we see, this is a winner circle. Like, this is fire, fire, fire. Like, there's a lot to play with. Like, fire, fire, fire. Like, there's so much things to play with here, but yeah, just go out. Your task um for this week is to, you know, I'll have a conversation. I hopefully by like hopefully on Wednesday we can have the conversation. Hopefully it's not too much. Um, but on Wednesday, um, we can have that conversation about everything. Um, and you can give me your thoughts, because I know it's gonna take a little bit, but I I genuinely just want you to create a document, create an Excel sheet, and I want you to, whether you have um like, if you go on your phone, right, and you circle it with a pencil or a pen, or do some, well, just put the picture in the doc, right? You don't got to do every single one. I just want you to be able to pick something that pick as much as possible, and describe the things that you really like, that really caught your eye. What why do you think this, right? What's the concept behind that? So it's going to just be the photo, and then it's just going to have um like details about why you think this is a good idea, or a good thought about, oh, maybe we should play around with fur, maybe we should play around with oversized belts, or you can get two photos in one uh column, and talk about, oh, what if this fur spiked hair spiked hat was the same thing for earrings. So it's the same concept. Play around with it. It's gonna be a lot of work, but this is gonna help us move forward, um, and this is gonna prepare us to actually start creating. Where you get the leisure to create from your own will, and just come back to me with designs, so we can just kind of constantly think through them, where it's like, okay, before you start knowing, okay, we're putting, like, I really want to create a piece where it's like, oh, we collabed on that, right? And that's gonna be the best thing ever. So that's what I have for you. You have not have, but I guess you can have like, it's kind of your not your job, but like, um, that's the goal for the week, right? Next week we talk about the whole together aspect of like the design, and having us go off on a design topic, but just constantly filling that paper every single day. Thoughts, over and over. So that's it. I'm gonna get up with you. Talk to you soon. All right.